Mark Collins, welcome to the Ospreys. It's not your first time here in Wales, but can you tell us why you decided to sign for the Ospreys?
Yeah, no, it's not. I think, look, I'd been here 5 or so years ago, and I loved it. I've been here for a few months, and then Toby got in touch a year or so ago, and I'd loved my time playing in New Zealand. It was awesome and created some awesome memories, but I always wanted to come back, and I think when Toby reached out, he sort of showed what the club's trying to do, the direction they're trying to go, and it just fitted in well, so the timing worked perfectly. And yeah, I always wanted to come back. I loved it here 5 years ago, so fingers crossed it has that effect again.
I know you watched the Ospreys from New Zealand last season. What did you see there that kind of excited you?
I think I got some exciting athletes. So it was obviously quite a young team, and there's always going to be different moments, but I think it was a step in the right direction as the season went on. I think they've got some pretty dynamic midfielders and that sort of stuff, so it's exciting to sort of be around those players.
You are Welsh qualified. Can you explain those links to Wales?
Yeah, Grandad was born here. He lived here till he was 16. His old man was in the mines just across the road, but yeah, he went on a boat when he was 16 and then travelled the world. Then he met Granny on the boats, and then they settled in New Zealand. We've had a bit of family come through, do their overseas adventures over this side of the world. So we sort of always make a point of it, going to take a photo outside his old house and send it through to Granny. But there's been quite a bit of family that have come by and travelled the area.
With your Welsh qualification, Mike, there's obviously been speculation about playing for Wales, but obviously to do that you have to play well for the Ospreys. Yeah,
exactly. I think it's probably quite an easy headline to grab when someone from outside Wales comes in, but yeah, for me it's just about coming in and playing well for Ospreys. I think, as I said before, there's some pretty talented midfielders around. The first job is to have a good pre-season, play well in the pre-season, hopefully get an opportunity to play, and then see what happens.
Jack Regan, obviously a teammate of yours at the Highlanders, is also at the Ospreys. That must help.
Yeah, it does. It's worked out. It's funny how things like that work out, but it is. Jack's a good bloke and he's a bloody good footy player. So I think it's always uncomfortable and a wee bit daunting, I guess, going to a new environment where you don't really know anyone. So to sort of have a wee connection like that's awesome. But the boys have been awesome. There's some good characters around, and yeah, I think the Welsh people as a whole are pretty similar to New Zealand. So yeah, it's exciting times.
The inaugural United Rugby Championship begins this season.
Get in!
Michael, the United Rugby Championship starts this season. Obviously, South African teams coming in. What can we expect from that competition?
Yeah, it's exciting, and I guess that was another draw card about coming over here, that we've been lucky enough to have the South African sides in Super Rugby, and they bring a whole new dynamic. So to be able to tour there, well, fingers crossed, is pretty exciting. And then I think the way they play footy, they're pretty abrasive, as you're obviously seeing in that Lions series at the moment, and they're pretty skilled as well. So it'll bring a whole other dynamic to sort of the rugby up here, so it'll be fun.
What are your personal goals for this campaign?
Good question. I think for me it's just about coming in and settling and sort of getting an opportunity where I can play footy. I think I've been lucky enough in the last few years to sort of hopefully get a bit better as a rugby player. So if I can come in and help out here or help advance the Ospreys, that would be awesome.